Hey, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Alex Funk. And if you're unfamiliar with myself or my content, I have either sold or trained salespeople to sell over $2.5 million of product. I am 23 years old, so I'm new to the game. I love the game of sales. I study it. And today I'm going to teach you a very unknown sales hack that's called the triangle of trust. The first time I ever heard this hack, it was from Jordan Belfort, one of the greatest salespeople ever. And I heard it on his podcast, The Wolf's Den, from actually a guest on his podcast. So we are going to dive right in to the triangle of trust. I would call a cheat code in the world of sales. So here's the triangle of trust explained a little bit on this whiteboard. So if this is the triangle, okay, this is a depiction of your relationship with the customer at any given time. So in order to make a sale of anything, if you're selling literally anything, you need trust in three areas. You need trust in yourself as the salesperson, okay? You need trust in the company right here, second. And the last thing that you need trust in is the product. And believe it or not, it's actually in this order. So number one is salesperson, number two is company, and number three is product, okay? A lot of salespeople, they actually get this wrong. They think that as long as they have a good product, they're going to be able to sell it to customers because, well, the product just sells itself. It doesn't work like that. The first thing that you need to sell anything is you need trust in you as the salesperson. How do you establish trust in yourself as a salesperson? The easiest way is do business with people that you already know, like, and trust. Because if you're doing business and making sales with people that you already have a prior relationship with, they already trust you. That is one of the easiest ways to get into the triangle of trust is do business with people that already trust you. It is far easier to sell a product that you believe in from a company you stand behind to somebody that you already have a relationship with. It is way easier to do that than to cold call through white pages or something like that and try to sell an amazing product from an amazing company, but they're strangers. So you need trust in you as the salesperson first. The easiest way, do business with people that already trust you. If you are in front of somebody who may not trust you or a stranger, there's a few ways that you can build trust in you as the salesperson. The first is you have to build proper rapport. So building proper rapport looks like asking questions. I always say ask questions 3 layers deep. So, hey, tell me about your family. They tell you a little bit. Right? You say, oh, okay, that's great. You know, when did you guys move to the area? They tell you a little bit. You say, oh, that's awesome. So why did you move to the area? And then they start telling you about their job and their kids and the schools that they go to and things like that. Asking questions 3 layers deep shows that you actually care. So number one, it's rapport. It's getting in rapport. It's getting in conversation, relationship, building that with the customer as fast as you can and finding connection points, talking about things that they like to talk about. Building rapport, I have a separate video on my channel for that. The other ways that you can build trust from a customer is this concept of matching and mirroring and tonality and body language and smiling. There's a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I would recommend checking it out. It's sitting right there in my office because I always have it with me and I study that book. And one of the things that comes with trust as a salesperson is matching and mirroring and tonality. If a customer crosses their arms, one of the easiest ways to build trust is you cross your arms. There's a guy who sells a lot in the company that I'm in. And what he does to build trust with customers sometimes is he'll like not mock their accent, but he'll mimic their accent. So if they're like come up with a Southern twang, he'll literally talk to them in a Southern twang and the customer won't recognize what's going on, but they will automatically trust that person more. The last couple of things to build trust in yourself as the salesperson, and this is the most important one, is smiling a lot, using the person's name. It's all of the things that are in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you're in sales, you need to study that book start to finish because that book is a playbook on how to get people to trust you, how to get people to listen to you, how to get people to like you, how to get people to be under your influence. And as a salesperson, that's what we do every single day is we influence people to make a decision and to give us money in exchange for value. So if they don't trust you, they're not buying. The second step is you have to get them to trust the company. Now, this is one that if you're not working with a company that you stand behind, this is going to be a really hard thing to do. Part of the reason that I love working with the company that I work with is because I can tell customers, hey, the company's been around since 1949. We're American made, right? We have 20 million customers. We sell $300 million worth of revenue every single year. We also are charitable, right? We work with foundations. We partner with cancer research and things like that. And it's really easy for me to say, this is a company that I can back. I represent the company. And when I do that, it builds trust. So Jordan Belfort says it best. You could have the best product in the world, but if you're representing a sketchy company, they're not going to trust it. They're not going to buy it. If you don't have their trust as the salesperson, they're not going to buy it. So what does the company believe in? What are the values? Where are they made? How long have they been around? Getting the customer to understand that the company is trustworthy is a really big part of making a sale, the product. Now, what they have to trust is that the product will be the solution to their problem. So again, this goes back to previous rapport. Do you as the salesperson understand what the customer's problem is? If the answer is no, you're not going to sell them anything. Here's a sales hack that most people don't know. It is that if you are the person that presents the problem that the customer did not know they had previous to your conversation, you become the only solution. Here's what I love about selling the world's finest cutlery. It's that most customers do not recognize that they have a cutlery problem until they talk to me. So when I go into the conversation and I build trust in myself, right? I build a relationship, or maybe I already have a previous relationship and they trust me. And then I talk about the company, right? So literally our script goes from relationship, rapport, trust in myself. And then it goes straight into, let me tell you about our company. And then it goes into, talks about the product. But it doesn't just go straight to features and benefits. What it does is it brings up these pain points in your customer. So once they trust you, once they trust the company, you have to present the pain points, which is their problem. And if these are pain points and problems that they didn't even know that they had, you are giving yourself a layup for a sale. Because again, whoever presents the problem, if it's a new problem, is the solution. So as the salesperson, if you present a new problem to a customer and then you have the solution on the back end, which is your product, and it solves an issue that they're having, they can trust that you have their best interest in mind, and they will trust that they're buying it from a company that has a reputation of, hey, we've got your back. And if you've got that and your product solves their problem, you will make a sale 9 out of 10 times. But you have to understand the triangle of trust first. Just to wrap up, this matters so much, okay, because nobody does business if there's a lack of trust. I think about ShamWow. ShamWow looks like an awesome product, but I don't know anything about the company. And the salesperson who's talking at the state fair with the little microphone, I don't know if I trust them. So I don't buy ShamWows. The product looks great. I think it could solve a problem in my life, but there's no trust there. And so no matter how good your script is, you have to be able to go in and build this level of trust that you're taking care of the customer and come from a place of service. You have to believe in the product that you're selling. You have to believe in the company that you're representing, and you have to be somebody that the customer can like and trust on demand. Tune in next time. Alex Funk, YouTube, subscribe, pass the video along to your sales team, pass it along to somebody who needs it, pass it along to that horrible salesperson that you had an uncomfortable interaction with. You know who you are, person at the BMW dealership, right? I wish I could explain the triangle of trust to them. Okay, so tune in next time, like, subscribe, pass the video on. Thank you for watching.